Welcome to the Unknown Angler. This week we head to St. Lucia to do a little fly fishing. St. Lucia is a beautiful island. The east coast is the Atlantic Ocean. It's really rough over there and a lot of wind. The west coast has all the nice sandy beaches, and the wind's at your back because the wind comes out of the east, most of the time anyway. All the resorts are in the northwest part of the island. That's probably where you'll be staying. I used an 8-piece 8-weight on this trip with a Kraken reel and a Scientific Angler's floating line. The two flies that caught me the most fish were the squimp and the Margarita Clouser. So my wife bid and won an all-exclusive trip to the St. James Club in St. Lucia. A couple of friends of ours came along with us, and I decided to pack a fly rod and talked my buddy Skip into packing a fly rod himself. So we're going to just walk along the beaches here a little bit and fish some of the beaches. I'll show you some of the things we caught, and I'll explain to you what we're doing and what we used and how we went about fishing. First thing to know is that all the beaches in St. Lucia are public beaches, even the ones at the clubs. So all the Sandals, the St. James Bay Club, any of the exclusive clubs, they don't own the beach, which means all the locals can walk on the beach and fish. And also good for you, you can walk on the beach and fish too. Any of the beaches, not just the one in front of your resort. The other thing to know is you don't need a license to fish, but you can't keep fish. You need to throw everything back. Only the locals can keep the fish, which is a great rule. Now, having said that, I will tell you that if any local sees you catch a fish, the first thing they're going to do is ask you, are you going to keep it? And if you're not, can they have it? And I handed out a few fish to some of the locals, and they really appreciated that. So it's a good thing to do. It keeps everybody friendly and honest. And by the way, the place is great. The island itself, all the people I met, really friendly place, great place to visit. Anyway, so like I said, you can walk down to the beach at any time in front of your resort, and you can fish to your heart's content, including in the swimming area. They had no restrictions at the St. James Club as far as you fishing or doing anything else. You can take the canoes out, and a little bit later on we'll hop in a canoe and we'll go out and we'll catch a couple of fish from canoes. I can tell you that, you have to bring your expectations back a little bit. My expectations when I went online, I tried to do a little research. There are big jack crevalle in the area. There's tarpon in the area. I didn't see any. The locals I ran into were always talking about the big jacks that they caught off the beaches. So I took down a bunch of tarpon flies and a bunch of big jack flies. I also took a lot of smaller flies with me. The Clousers, the squimp. Actually, Skip ended up fishing with a Borsky slider for quite a bit of the trip, and he did really well on that until he lost it. Yeah, I'm calling you out on that one. You lost it, Skippy. And we caught a variety of fish. We caught snappers, barracuda. Skip caught what I thought was a permit at first, but it turned out to be a pompano. I think. You be the judge. So the place we stayed had a lot of different watercraft. They had stand-up paddleboards, they had kayaks, they had catamarans. You could use any of them to fish off of each light. We chose the kayak. They were the most stable. The water's flat calm most of the time you're there. There is a pretty heavy wind, but it's coming out of the east. So it's from behind you. Probably be on the west side of the island. In fact, I guarantee you'll be on the west side of the island. Caribbean is very calm. The other part to know is that there aren't any flats here, not like you would find in the Bahamas or in Florida. Most of this water is between 4, 6, 8 feet deep, with a whole bunch of broken coral and outcroppings of weed beds. And the water's beautiful. It's crystal clear, but there's no real sight fishing. So once again, bring your expectations back a little bit. You're going to be blind casting the whole time, and just have fun. So if you're planning to head to St. Lucia anytime soon, make sure you bring a fly rod. It's well worth it. And the island's beautiful even if you don't. So have fun. See you next time.